So it is practice time. So what do we want to do? We want to create a calculator app where we'll be taking inputs from the user. So we'll say, hey, enter any two numbers, okay? And then we will ask the user about which arithmetic operation do you want to perform on these two numbers, right? So we'll show up a complete menu. For example, we'll say press plus for addition, plus minus for subtraction, plus static for multiplication, and so on and so forth. Okay. And also we'll say plus Q for to quit, right? So if user enters Q, then the program will be finished. And but if user, for example, it will start from entering two numbers. User enters 5 and 6. Then we'll ask user to enter any operation. User enters plus. So it will show the addition of the two entered numbers. And then again, it will ask to enter two numbers, right? But if user enters Q instead of any operation, then it should quit the program. Otherwise, it should keep asking for the numbers and operations and so on and so forth. Now, the thing is, we have to, obviously, so far we can see there's going to be a for loop. There are going to be multiple if-else conditions. But we have to create separate function for each arithmetic operation. So now the code should be very nice and clean. Everything should be done in the functions, and only the function names should be used in the main program. And then we should also create the functions for anything else as well where needed. For example, printing the menu. So for the menu, there should be a separate function created, and only the function call should be there in the main program. So try to do that. Otherwise, we'll do that together. All right, so let's go ahead. As usual, we are going to go to ChatGPT. Mr. ChatGPT, please write Python code to, and then I'll paste the whole thing, to create a calculator app, and then colon, and here I'm mentioning all the requirements that I mentioned in the slide as well. Let me modify these requirements a little bit. Take two inputs from the user as numbers, okay, so that it does not get confused. Then ask user about which arithmetic operator to perform on those numbers. Okay, now it sounds a bit more clear to me, and yeah, let's run it and see what do we get. So here is the Python code to create calculator app. So first of all, it is starting off from creating the utility functions, where it has created a function to add two numbers. So it is receiving two numbers as x and y, and those numbers are being returned. By the way, we were storing the result of the expression in a variable called result, and then we used to return the result. This is another way. You can do it directly as well. You can directly return the expression. So what will happen? This expression will be evaluated, and wherever this function call is there, this expression will be replaced over there. So we have subtraction, we have multiplication, then we have division as well. So it has taken care that the divisor should not be 0. If divisor is 0, then it should raise the error. Otherwise, it will return the result of division. Same goes out with the multiplication as well. With the modulus as well. Finally, here we have the show menu function. So it says the calculator menu is this. Press plus for addition, minus for subtraction, and blah, 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 and press Q to quit, right? And then here we have the calculator app. So it says while true means it is going to go for forever, okay? So if it is going to go forever, then how will this loop exit? So you can see the break statement over here. It says if operation is Q, then it should break. Okay, so first of all, it is showing the menu. So show menu, what is the show menu? Show menu is this function. So it will execute this whole thing over there. So it will show the menu. Then it will ask for the operation. Which operation do you want to perform? For example, if I say I want to perform plus, Then it will check, hey, is the operation Q or something else? If it is Q, then exit. Otherwise, take input from the user. Okay. Now, what is this try and accept? We will talk about that in one of the upcoming videos, right? So let me just copy this code. Let's come over here. Let me remove this thing from here. Okay. Actually, I need only these 2 lines. Actually, the ChatGPT has not done anything wrong. It has just done something that we have not learned so far. We will surely learn about this try and accept as well later on. Okay. So what is happening over here? After asking for the operation, we are taking input in the 2 numbers, number 1, number 2. Then it is checking out. If that operation is plus, then we should call add function. Okay. And we should pass num1 and num2 to the add function, and result will be shown over here. So the whole string will be like the result is this. Okay. Same goes out with the minus operation. Same goes out with the multiplication operation, and so on and so forth. And if anything else is entered over here apart from plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus, or q, then it will show invalid operation is selected. Now this thing will keep running until user will enter q as an operation over there, right? And as you see, this calculator is also a function. So we are calling this function over here. So basically, from the beginning till end, until here, nothing will happen because we have not called any function. So first of all, let me remove this from here. Okay, I'll paste it here. Now I'm going to run this cell. Okay, nothing will happen. Nothing happened. Why? Because the main function is calculator function. All other functions are called inside the calculator function, and I'm not calling calculator function right now. So nothing will happen. So the moment I'll call calculator function, so you see, when it is executed, the execution starts from here. So first thing first, it will call another function inside it, which is show menu, which is this function. And you see the menu is being shown over there. And then it is asking for our choice. So let's say my choice is plus. First number is going to be 12. Second is going to be 13. Hit enter. So it says the result is 25. And then again, it has printed out the menu. Now, if I say W, now W is an invalid operator. Hit enter. It says first number, let's say 12, second 12. It says invalid operation. Please choose a valid operation because W was not defined anywhere in the menu. And by the way, this thing is being catered over here in else part, right? Now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, what is my choice? My choice is Q. So it will quit the program. So it says exiting the calculator, goodbye. Okay. Let me run it one more time. Running it. So here, enter the choice of operation. Let's say my choice is division. Okay. First number. Now, instead of writing a number, what if I write hello? Hit enter. Hey, it gives me the error. Why? First of all, where was the input being taken? So here the input was being taken, right? So I entered hello over here. And when hello was being converted into float, it gives me the error. It says, no, hello cannot be converted to float. Okay. And since we have the error, so program exits the execution. So now if I bring back the old code, let me copy this code from here. And since I made a few changes over there in that code as well, so here is the actual code. So this thing was there, this try and accept thing was there in order to handle if I add any invalid thing over here. For example, try means it will try to get the input and convert those inputs to the floating point numbers. But if there will be any error, then it will accept. So if this is not done, it is kind of if-else statement. So you can say this try and accept is specialized if-else statement that works for the errors. Okay? So it will try for this. Otherwise, it will simply print invalid input. Please enter numbers, right? And after that, you see the continue word. What was the continue word? Do you remember that? What happens when there is a continue word, continue keyword? It ignores anything that comes after continue word in the whole loop, and it starts execution of the loop all over again, right? So if I enter hello over here and it will try to convert that hello into floating point, there will be an error, but execution won't stop. Why? Because we have an exception handling over here. This whole process is called exception handling. So let's test it out. So let's say division. I want to divide hello, enter. So it says invalid input. Please enter numbers. And then it is again showing me the whole menu, right? So again, division, enter first number is 12, second number is 6, and it shows me the result, which is 2. And then I say, I want to quit, and here we go, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. So the calculator is saying goodbye, and let me also say goodbye to you from this module. And the next module, we are going to talk about a very important topic that is called object-oriented programming. What are the objects? How objects are created? We'll see that in next module.